have a bunch of tomatoes that I need to process. Let me show you. Yes. Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back to the channel. So today, obviously, we are in the kitchen. We are under a little bit of a heat advisory, but that's okay because that kind of works out to my advantage since I have a bunch of tomatoes that I need to process. Let me show you. Yeah, so I've got like a ton of San Marzanos here, and on top of that, oh, I have a spider. Wolf spider, it's totally fine. Okay, so on top of that, we also have a new toy. It is a Weston, basically fruit processor. Let me turn you around so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay, so excuse the craziness. I've got herbs that are drying over here. I've got eggshells that need to go out to the worms. And then, of course, I have our brand spanking new Weston right here. So basically, this machine is set up so that I can process fresh tomatoes into a sauce or a paste and then just directly freeze it. So what that means is that I have taken out about 2 steps in the process of making tomato sauce. Now, the only downside to this is that I won't be seasoning it because this processor won't allow for the addition of herbs into the sauce. So, with that in mind, I will need to figure out a way to mark our bags when I go to freeze them so that I know for sure that it doesn't have any of our traditional seasoning that we tend to add to our tomato sauces. Now previously, and I'll go on ahead and I will try and link those videos up here, I have done a process in the crock pot, which is just a cook down method until it gets all nice and thick and the skins completely separate off. That just prevents me from having to cook the tomatoes separate, peel all the skins off, then go on ahead and start processing it down, recooking it. It just took 1 step out. This, however, is taking out technically 2 steps, so I don't have to skin the tomatoes. I also don't have to worry about seeding the tomatoes, and then I don't have to worry about cooking. So I guess technically 3 steps. Yeah, so it's supposed to basically streamline everything. Now, this machine, I will say, is slightly intimidating. But I think I've got it figured out. So it came in yesterday and I've been going through the instructions and looking at how it works and doing a little bit of research, of course, before doing this video, but this is literally my first time using it. So what we're going to do on this portion of the video is it says that we need to make sure to remove any like hard parts of the tomatoes that we're processing. So that would be the stem area. So what I'll do is I'll go on ahead and cut off that stem section and then cut them in half because they do want you to reduce down the size as much as you can. I think they said about 1 inch in size is what it requires. So just so you know, if you get this, you only want the produce to be about 1 inch in size. And then you put it through and it is supposed to just go through and take out the seeds, take out the skins, and you'll have a nice creamy tomato paste. So I'm really looking forward to trying this. Let me go on ahead and get you into position so that you can watch and see what we're doing here, okay? Okay, we have gotten all of our tomatoes sliced here, and I have got them in the reservoir, whatever the doohickey's called. But let me turn you around so you can see what this looks like, and I can kind of tell you what is supposed to happen with the next process, and then we'll end up seeing together whether or not it actually works. Okay, let me turn you around. So as you can see, we've got this top reservoir section here completely loaded up. Now it also comes with this guy here, which is supposed to help move all of these guys down through into our system here. So let me kind of show you. So everything will process from here, kind of being helped through with this guy. It'll come down here, go through here, and inside there's a little spinner that goes around, kind of looks like a corkscrew, and then it comes out here. And this is where all of the seeds and skins get sent this way into this bowl, while all of the yummy goodness goes into this bowl. Now, of course, as I said, this is my first time doing this, and I'm hoping I assembled it correctly. I followed the instructions, but, you know, those are... I don't know, have you gotten an appliance lately? Because all of the appliances and things that I have been getting lately that do have user manuals have just been more than lacking, in my opinion. But, you know, that could just be me. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the button and we're going to see if it works, okay? So let me turn you around and we'll figure out if we've got this baby set up correctly and can make some tomato sauce. So after round one here, this is what I will say after using this machine, is I'm definitely going to cut them smaller than they recommend. So I think instead of just halving these San Marzanos, I'm going to go ahead and quarter them. And it just seems like they get a little bit compacted in the chute. Well, not the chute, but the pipe that goes down to the little gidget gadget that ends up squeezing everything out. Now, I did, as you saw, strain off the juice. I'm not going to keep the juice. If you wanted to keep the juice for you, you could definitely do that, catch it in another bowl, and then put it in a bottle if you like to drink tomato juice. I'm not a fan of drinking tomato juice, but we've got the start of some sauce. I've still got quite a few tomatoes here left to go, so I'm gonna go on ahead and slice up the next round. And I wasn't forcing a whole lot. I was going as slow as I could because I don't want to burn out the motor. So I ended up taking a spoon instead of the appropriate tool because I was basically just selecting 2 or 3 tomatoes to send through the chute, down the pipe, and into the little corkscrew guy that separates everything out through the strainer, just to make sure that I wasn't overworking the motor, because it is a little bit slower than what you would have in a restaurant or even at a processing facility. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to slice up some tomatoes, more of these tomatoes I should say, and then I will be back here in a little bit and we will do round 2, okay? All right, so we are cleaned up. I've got a sink full of dishes that are kind of drying and that I'm in the process of drying, but we have about 4¼ cups or close to that of tomato sauce. So the only thing that I need to do now is I need to portion this into some freezer quart baggies and lay them flat on a baking sheet and pop them into the freezer. That is how we do a lot of our freezer storage. It saves space, and when you are in a small space area, outside and in, you do what you have to do. I know it's not sustainable necessarily. It's probably not even what I would prefer to do, but honestly, I don't have a pantry. And I don't have a room that is storage friendly and stable. Yeah, so we do what we gotta do to have food for the winter. So I'm gonna go on ahead and I'm going to get these baggied up. Now, for those of you who have made it this far in the video, just know that we still do have our freebie available for you. If you are interested in downloading that, you can either click the link that is here on our channel, it's to the Stand Store, but I'll also put it down below in the description box so that you can have a direct link to check that out and get your free download. Also, we have our quick guide, which is the full guide, on sale for $7 right now. So it will be going evergreen probably within the next few weeks. So go on ahead and get that downloaded while it's on sale as well. All right, guys, so I'm gonna get these baggied up, but as always, keep it simple, natural, and essential. I will see you on the next video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them down below. I'd love to hear from you, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.